Here are 3 reasons why the internet computer blockchain is so much different from all these other blockchains in crypto. Okay, guys, we're going to hop straight into it. I'm going to be going over 3. They're not all of the reasons why the internet computer is different, but they're 3 I chose today and 3 that I think are very important that make ICP internet computer completely stand out compared to these other blockchains. Now, if this is your first time learning about the internet computer, we're just going to go over some of the basics. The internet computer allows Web3 services to be built 100% on chain. You could see the internet computer as a competitor to AWS. And it's the only protocol in which developers can build and users can enjoy fully on-chain decentralized applications. The internet computer does not use AWS. Other chains, Ethereum, AVAX, Solana, they utilize AWS in order to have their blockchain run properly and everything. The internet computer does not utilize AWS. Now, utilizing AWS is not necessarily a bad thing, but it's just something the internet computer doesn't, use. And there's trade-offs to using AWS, just like there's trade-offs to everything in life. But yeah, that's basically, the whole, the main pitch for the internet computer is that it is a fully decentralized Web3 cloud. So yeah, now let's talk about the 3 things that make it actually different from all these other chains, which the internet computer does have the best technology. So the first thing is trustless, multi-chain, and ICP. Now this is my personal favorite narrative of the internet computer. It is the fact that the internet computer is uplifting and helping these other blockchains such as Ethereum and Bitcoin. So as it says here, decentralized applications and services can delight users by incorporating the assets and functionality of multiple blockchains. Using the internet computer, developers gain the technical superpowers necessary to deliver such game-changing experiences while preserving user safety and convenience. Now, in the past, about a year or so, there have been 2 major integrations on the internet computer. There have been the Bitcoin internet computer integration and the Ethereum internet computer integration. And because of those 2 integrations, there's been some really cool things that have come out of, those integrations. Now, down here, let's talk about the Bitcoin Twin CKBTC, which could be seen as a competitor to the Lightning Network. So the internet computer nodes talk to Bitcoin nodes, and this is due to the internet computer Bitcoin integration, to download the Bitcoin network's block and maintain its UTXO set. Using the information, ICP acts as a side chain and hosts a trustless Bitcoin twin called CKBTC that can be directly processed by Canister smart contract logic and transferred with 1-second finality at near zero cost. So CKBTC is fully backed by Bitcoin 1-to-1. One CKBTC is fully backed by one real, keyword real, Bitcoin. And there's also no bridging done. And at the same time, it's very quick to send CKBTC and it's very cheap as well. Very cool stuff. And, once again, I think CKBTC is something that I think will probably take a little longer to adopt. I don't think at this stage of the market, people are going to be so quickly to jump on it because not that many people are, hip to or in knowing of the internet computer's technology. But I think once people actually understand CKBTC, I don't understand why they wouldn't use CKBTC. I think it's definitely the premier choice. And as we know, with the Lightning Network, things can be very flawed. With CKBTC, there's no centralized third party, running the show. Now, let's talk about the Ethereum asset twins that came out of the Ethereum integration. We have the internet computer nodes talk to Ethereum nodes, which is, the internet computer Ethereum integration. This enabled ICP to host an Ether twin called CKETH and twins of ERC20 tokens such as CKUSD, CKUSDT, CKUniswap, CK1inch, CKAave, and pretty much any of these ERC20 tokens can be turned into a chain key token. So, and the reason why this is so powerful is because we know, Ethereum, it can be very expensive to send things around. Example is, you're trying to send $80 worth of Ethereum and the gas fees at $100. This happened a lot last cycle. We know gas fees on Ethereum got really, really rough last cycle. And as the price continues to go up for Ethereum, you're going to see it again this cycle. The gas fees are going to get absolutely bonkers. But with CKETH, you're able to send Ethereum around for very cheap, very quickly with no centralized third party. Now here it says the chain key versions of Ethereum assets live on ledgers created by internet computer smart contracts where they can be transferred with 1-second finality at a near zero cost. Moreover, they can be directly processed by canisters that provide web-based wallets and other Web3 services hosted on the internet computer such as SocialFi and GameFi. Really, really cool stuff. And as it says here, call into Ethereum smart contracts from ICP using CKRPC. And there's a lot of other cool stuff that's going to come out of the the Ethereum internet computer integration and the internet computer Bitcoin integration, which once again is my two favorite narratives, because you can bitch and complain about Bitcoin, Ethereum. Ethereum is definitely flawed in some ways. Bitcoin's definitely flawed in some ways. I think there's flaws in every single blockchain, but at the end of the day, Bitcoin is the most adopted, most liquid currency, the biggest cryptocurrency. There's now Wall Street's heavily involved with Bitcoin now, and I think Wall Street's going to get heavily involved with Ethereum soon. So I think it's really good that the internet computer is kind of taking that approach of, let's not necessarily combat the big players, aka internet, Bitcoin and Ethereum, but let's actually work with them and try and uplift them to make them better. So I think that's one thing that, once again, there's no other blockchain that can do this right here. So really cool stuff. And I think, definitely if you have some more time to go on the website and go over the capabilities of Bitcoin ICP, Ethereum ICP. Actually, I've made a couple of videos on this. So if you want to go through my channel, you can, I have tons of content on the internet computer and everything. So you can take a look at all of that if you want to dive further. Now, the next thing that's really cool that internet computer can do is, we know that with NFTs on all these other blockchains, it's basically an overpriced link to JPEGs, but the internet computer is the only blockchain that stores 100% of the NFT on chain, including all assets. Really, really cool stuff. And as it says down here, NFT marketplaces trade with zero gas fees. We're going to talk about this in a second, the reverse gas model of ICP. But basically, the two of the marketplaces right now, which I'm not going to lie, some of the marketplaces on ICP for NFTs kind of need to improve. My personal favorite is not on here. The DG NFT marketplace is my personal favorite marketplace for the IC. But they have these two listed right here. And there's also something really cool, dynamic NFTs, which we'll talk about in a second. But take a look at this. Make the most out of NFTs. The internet computer enables a wide variety of unique NFTs. Since Canister smart contracts can store over 100 gigabytes of data, every part of an ICP NFT can be hosted on the blockchain. So you actually have ownership. On these other blockchains, you don't actually have ownership of the NFT. On the internet computer, you do. All data and code being on-chain allows developers to make any digital object, even full websites or chat groups in the NFTs. Really cool. Now take a look at this, dynamic NFTs. Making use of a unique feature on the internet computer, NFTs can efficiently communicate with the Web 2 world without using oracles. HTTPS outcalls allow NFTs on ICP to query Web 2 APIs and change appearance or behave differently depending on the response. For example, BTC flowers change the color of their petals based on the last 24 hours on the Bitcoin price action. So I think this is really cool, and this is where things can get very interesting with an NFT collection, where you could have an NFT like evolve. And this is something that is unique to the internet computer due to the dynamic NFT aspect of the internet computer NFTs. And I think there's a lot of cool things you could do from a creative, artistic standpoint with the dynamic NFTs. And then there's obviously turning transactions into generative NFT art. Anything can be an NFT on the internet computer, even transactions, which is really cool. You can do a lot with that. And then, of course, once again, when you talk about just storing NFT collections on chain, once again, it's not really feasible in these other collection chains. $79 million a year for Ethereum, $110,000 a year for Solana, and $5 a year for the internet computer. The internet computer is very fast, very cheap, very good. And then on top of that, kind of tying in with pretty much the entire ecosystem is the fact that the internet computer uses something called a reverse gas model. You do not pay fees on the internet computer. As it says here, a browser is all you need to interact with smart contracts on the internet computer. Developers pay for gas, end users access and use apps without tokens. And this is, once it says here, computation paid for by ICP smart contracts. Now, normally with Ethereum, Avalanche, Solana, pretty much every other blockchain, the user, aka us most of the time, unless you're, whatever, the user, we're paying for gas fees. Once again, you're on MetaMask or you're on Coinbase Wallet or whatever, and you got to pay a gas fee in order to make a transaction happen on Ethereum or AVAX. With the internet computer, it's actually completely free, and the developer is paying for it. So if there's an NFT project, in order to mint the NFT, the user who's minting the NFT pays zero gas fees. It's actually the developer who's paying the gas fees. Now, the question that comes out of this is, well, it's just the same thing, flipped around. Instead of the user, it's now just the devs. But here's the thing. The cost of the gas fees for devs is very, 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 very small. So it's basically damn near, I'm not going to say it's nothing, but it's extremely, extremely cheap, and it allows for a more efficient and better experience for users. Because at the end of the day, it's about the user experience. And if we want, a blockchain and things to be scalable, legitimately scalable, we can't have high gas fees. High gas fees are a massive, massive problem. Now, the internet computer uses this thing called, cycles and everything, and we're not going to get into that today. But these are the three main narratives I really, three things I think are very cool. Not three main narratives, but three things I think are very cool that are unique and special to the internet computer that none of these other blockchains have. Once again, I think people are sleeping on NFTs. Once again, I think NFTs are going to make a massive comeback, and I'm really bullish on the ICP NFT ecosystem. I think the reverse gas model is very cool, and I think trustless multi-chain on ICP is something that people are definitely very, very much sleeping on right now. And I think as the bull market continues and the price of ICP, the token, goes up, we're going to see a lot more people try and, dive into what's actually going on in this ecosystem and how it can, legitimately change the world and, do some cool things. Of course, once again, not everything I'm saying, I don't know if CKBTC will ever get adopted. It might not ever get adopted. We're going to have to see, what happens with all these things. But I think long term, people are going to figure out that there's some very, very cool things happening. I think it just kind of depends on the price of ICP and how narratives are communicated to the audience once the price of ICP goes up. But yeah, guys, that's all we got for today's video. If you enjoyed today's video, make sure to subscribe, leave a like, leave a comment. Let me know what you think, and also go follow me on X, link in the description. And yeah, guys, thank you for watching.